Hi, so I'm going to make a crown for my Rapunzel design. I was searching for a crown I could buy, but I didn't find one that I was satisfied with or one that I could afford. And so, as you can see, I'm going to make it myself. For now, I used this beautiful crown because it has the 3 large rhinestones in the center, and I think they resemble the original crown quite a bit. But yeah, well, I do want to make a crown myself because I do have the urge to make everything myself. So I still have a little bit of Worbla scraps left, which I'm going to use for this. I'm going to make the structure, and then I think I just add a lot of rhinestones to it. So yeah, that's the plan for now. Have fun watching me in Worbla hell again.
I am using the same method to model the crown that I used to make Rapunzel's arm cuffs. I showed the process of making these in my first Rapunzel video. You can also watch this on my YouTube channel. For the 3 crystals in the middle of the crown, I used 3 glass stones I found on Amazon. They are meant to be used for light catches, so they have a little hole in the top, but it's barely visible. I will try to link as many materials that I used down in the description box. I prepared the glass stones by applying purple nail polish around the edges to give them a bit of a purplish glow when it catches the light in the right angle. After wearing the crown a couple of times, I can't really say that this is working as I imagined, so feel free to just skip this step. Next, I took a piece of Worbla and wrapped it around each of the stones. It's like putting them into a frame. Then I set them aside for the moment and continued with building the rest of the crown. I simply heated up the Worbla and shaped it according to my sketch on the paper. Feel free to make it a little thicker than I do here because my crown fell off my shelf a couple of times already, and it breaks easily when it's just made of one thin layer of Worbla. I also wrapped 1 larger rhinestone for the center of the crown with Worbla, just like I did with the glass stones before. And because the glass stones are quite heavy, I bent the crown into shape before I added them to my design. I heated up my crown and bent it around my wig head. After it cooled down, I could carefully remove the paper. I marked where I had to connect the glass stones to the crown and added the missing pieces of the ornaments. Then I simply heated up the Worbla around the stones and the crown again and put all the pieces together. What's still missing are the 4 little flowers. I made them by simply sticking 6 little orbs of Worbla together. Then I just stuck them to the crown as well. I still needed a way to make the crown stay in place on my wig, so I added little combs on each side of the crown and sandwiched them with Worbla. Still no need for extra glue here. Now the crown looks pretty much like Rapunzel's crown in the movie, but it still needs its golden color and a lot of sparkle. I started with brushing on golden acrylic paint, being careful not to get any paint on the glass stones. Next, I took my regular crafting glue and stuck on many small rhinestones all over the crown. The crafting glue worked fine, but when I had to replace some of the rhinestones over time, I used superglue, and I think it might work a little better. So I would recommend using superglue in the first place. I also tried to glue on 3 strings of pearls around the glass stones with my crafting glue, and that was a complete failure. The pearls wouldn't stay in place, so I had to use hot glue in the end. To give the other gemstones a deep red color, I simply used some of my nail polish I had for years by now. I already used this on details for my Azula cosplay, if you remember. It works so well on tiny details. For the last step, I painted the little flowers with white and blue acrylic paint. With that, the crown is done! It was way easier than I had expected, and it was so worth making the crown myself. It really was a low-budget craft for me since I already had all the materials. Plus, I could make the crown as accurate as possible. With the crown being done, my making of series about my Rapunzel cosplay comes to an end. If you haven't seen the videos about sewing the dress or making Rapunzel's glowing wig, you can find both videos on my YouTube channel. If you like this video, feel free to leave a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I see you at my next cosplay project.